You are struggling to stay motivated in your PhD. You feel like you are in a rut. You are questioning whether you should be leaving your course or no. Trust me, you are not alone. We all have been there. You are trying to stay afloat when you are sinking in your PhD. And today's video would be a ray of hope to all those who are struggling to stay motivated in the course. I have been there, and now that I'm in my 5th year, I want to put this problem in place once and for all. Trust me, you feel that it is unique to you, but unfortunately, everyone has to go through it. And let's discuss. The greatest mistake that I made was to put others' expectation from me above my needs. And this is something that I don't want any first year or second years to do, because by the time you are in 4th and 5th year, you realize what is the reality. Let's get that straight. So, ignoring my needs and not being vocal around it, or trying to avoid situations just because I thought in my mind that it would lead to confrontational situations. And as an introvert, I'm someone who tries to shy away from that. And that costed me a lot of mental peace as well. Let's give an example. When I joined, I priorly had work experience. So when you join any course after a little bit of work, whether it is working under somebody or self-employment, anything, but you get back to an academic coursework like PhD, which by itself is rigorous, then you cannot be on a same page as others. Okay, it's different. And it does not matter what kind of work experience you have had, but your thought level won't match only. But then you should be prepared for that kind of friction, and you should be mentally prepared that okay, this is it. These things are going to happen differently. These things are going to happen in a different manner, and that preparation should be there. And unfortunately for PhD, there is no such guidance provided with respect to mental health, with respect to how you are supposed to navigate it. That is the main reason why students in PhDs are having burnout, and they are suffering really to a critical extent when it comes to mental health wise. So it really robbed me of my time, of my peace, and now that I have got a grip of all of that and all my emotions in one place, now I know that neither the problem was with others and neither the problem was with me. It is just that we are comparing apples to oranges. So first of all, the comparison shouldn't be there. And secondly, if it is there, then you should be prepared that the outcome may not be in your favor. So this is something that I have learned. I would like to urge to all first year students as well as those who are thinking of taking admission to PhD. PhD is not something which is similar to your master's or to your graduation. It is a different playground, and there is no timeline for this. Your fellowships may be provided for 5 years or 6 years, whatever. But practically there is no time frame. Though your supervisor will try to instill in you that you have to finish by this just to motivate you, but practically it does not have a time frame. Your results will differ from a person to person. Of course, the objectives are different, and that also will get reflected in that. Secondly, the way you are going to see yourself is going to dictate how others treat you. And this will become more clear if you have not taken admission till now. It will become more clear once you start communicating your results and everything. When you try to put others' expectations on you, but they are not your expectations, but you feel that others' expectations of you are your expectations of you. I know it sounds confusing, but you will understand it once you start your coursework. So in that case, it really will affect your productivity. Not only that, it will slow you down. You will get mental health problems. So this is something that I want to put loud and clear. If say suppose you have a particular set of ways of dealing with something, then stick to that. Don't let others' opinion affect you. Then secondly, if you are demotivated because you are not getting results, trust me, problem is that you are going after results, and I will explain this. Continuously working is not going to give you results. You need to take breaks to think, to really analyze what the situation is. And for this, I personally put a timer and I just go through the results, or sometimes I go through literature, or sometimes I do nothing. This time is deliberate. You cannot expect that just because your supervisor continuously keeps asking for results and you are keeping on working, you are going to get it. It will not. And this problem many of the research scholars face because they are under so much pressure. So like if your supervisor is a workaholic by himself or herself, such kinds of tendencies get passed on to the students as well, where taking break, not working, these are considered as bad qualities. But trust me, this is what the breaks which you take is going to take you much forward than continuously working. And if you feel this is wrong, then I urge you to try this and let me know in the comments if this works or no. If you have tried everything and you are not seeing results, then the problem isn't overworking. Your brain is not getting refreshed, and this is what will not give you the results. Then you are not even getting time to think around, to actually work around the situations, because I firmly believe that breaks or any kind of vacation for research is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Okay, so it's like I was going through a video of one of the fitness enthusiasts, okay, and he is a trainer by himself and he was training somebody. So she lost several kgs and she hit a plateau beyond which she could not lose weight. And she was doing everything right with respect to nutrition, with respect to working out every day for 1 hour like that. And everything what he was telling her, she was following diligently. But the problem was that there was no break. She was not getting rest. And what he told her, for 1 week, just walk. These will be slow walks. Your nutrition is as good, but these will be slow walks, and the stress on the body was removed. And he actually said that whatever weight was there that she had desired, she hit the target weight after not working out. So you understand my point, what I'm trying to say. In our minds, in the society, it is put that continuously working is going to give results. If you work this much, you will get this much results. So if you work more, it gives more results. But this is 21st century and we are not living in that 9 to 5 age now. So let's understand that this mentality is not going to work, and if you are doing that, then this is probably the reason why you're demotivated. Sometimes when you are lonely or sometimes you feel like you need support, it's very easy for others to say that hang out with friends, make friendships and all that. But if you are an introvert or you are somebody who is not vibing well with who is around you, then it can be really difficult. And sometimes I feel making friends is more difficult than getting results for your PhD. But anyways, my suggestion would be take part in activities, either on campus or off campus. Okay, I prefer off campus for certain reasons. But if there are any activities that require a group participation, for example, if there are any dance classes or singing classes or something where one teacher is there and he is directing it to a particular group, so you are one amongst the group, so that would be more suitable, and focusing on a particular skill set will automatically expose you to people. It cannot be that you will be doing everything in isolation. If you have enrolled for certain classes, you are bound to get feedback from others. You are bound to interact, how much ever introvert you are. That's one thing. Secondly, if you are doing any regular activities alone, then you can shift to group activities. For example, I used to work out alone in my room, but now I have shifted to group online classes. So it facilitates more exchange of energy also, and you feel like you are a part of group. Okay, you can do this offline also by going to the gym, or if you don't like gym, then there are certain circuit classes which have 20 to 30 participants and you have to do workout with them. Transferring your daily mundane activities to a group activities will also expose you to a different set of people which are different from your work colleagues, and that will really help in refreshing you and also will keep you in track. And also if you are feeling any kind of demotivation or burnout or anything like that, it will put those feelings in place. Okay, this is something that I have been doing also, and it's tried and tested, and I assure you that you are going to see results. Research is something that has no accountability. Whenever I used to speak about the problems or anything, then I often used to be told that I am the problem. Okay? The system is not the problem, I am the problem. And that time I was new, so I used to end up believing all this. But trust me, I'm here to tell you that a research scholar is never the problem. The problem is the system, there is no accountability, and these things are really taken advantage of in the long run. These are like administrative techniques too. They are also not in a position to take responsibility as far as research is concerned. So these things really sometimes work against you. My suggestion is, if your emotions, don't share it with your colleagues, okay, and specifically with those who are working under your supervisor only. Okay, this will complicate things and these will invite more problems. Vulnerability is good, but not everyone deserves that kind of openness. So avoid it. Secondly, there is something called as spotlight effect. So whenever you tell something or this, you feel that you are under a spotlight, and trust me, everyone feels that. But because of this spotlight effect, what happens is you try to overestimate what you're feeling and you underestimate that it can happen with others also. You feel that you are not getting results. You feel that your finances are a problem. You feel you have personal problems going on. But the same situation is going on with everyone. We feel that rich people have less problems, but rich people want to get to the next level, so they also have problems. So it's not that everyone's life is devoid of problems. It is just that some people speak about it, some people don't. The difference lies in there, not in having a problem and not having a problem. So that's one thing. Self-preservation is key. Your mind feeds into your body and your body will fuel your mind. So these things we already know about nutrition and everything. I was in a phase in my PhD where my hemoglobin used to be low, and it used to really affect the way I used to respond or react with others, because I used to be constantly irritable. But since then, that has got fixed. It has really changed the way I perceive others and subsequently how others also perceive you. So if PhD is rigorous, even if you are not doing your work with respect to experiments, it's always going at the back of your mind that these things have to be done, and that mental thing also uses energy. So if you are only relying on rice or wheat or such cereals or grains for energy, then you might need to include something in your diet which adds to the energy, okay? And I would suggest millets like ragi, jowar, bajra, those millets you add, and I have started adding it to my diet and it has really taken my nutrition to the next level. And you will feel the difference yourself, I don't have to tell you. When your body is healthy, automatically the demotivation or the frustration you are experiencing, that will get reduced to a large extent. It has reduced mine, so that's why I'm telling you. All this, whatever I'm saying, I have gone through it, tried and tested, and so I'm giving you everything on a platter, so use it for your benefit. And if you're struggling with finances, then managing that is also a major concern during PhD, because you know how we are paid peanuts for whatever work we do, and on top of that we have to take bhashan from different stakeholders of the course. So in finance management is directly related to anxiety management. If you are not good with finances, it will result in anxiety and it will cause overspending. I have done dedicated videos for this, so I won't go into the details of these things. But just remember that money management is critical if you want to have peace of your mind during the course, because it is going to mess up with your mental health if these things are not put in place. So with all that is said, till you feel that you need to quit your PhD, then I have done a dedicated video on how to quit your PhD. And I have included everything that I have to say if you have made the final decision to leave the course. But before taking that decision, I would suggest you to evaluate everything with respect to the parameters that I have discussed before and see if the problem is mental health or is it results or what is the problem, and try to tackle that head on. When it comes to research scholars, everyone will see you as a result. Okay, if you have given some results, then you are of this value. If you have not given, then you have no value. But you cannot put that narrative on yourself. Okay, you need to always uphold, because results are going to flow in today or tomorrow. But if you put your dignity down, then you won't be able to even get to that point where you are getting results. Also, I just want to say that there is a series on my channel. It's called as a reader's query. Series meaning by now I just got one question, so I've made a video on that and I've put. So what it about is, you can mail me your questions related to mental health or anything as far as PhD is concerned. Okay, I'm not a therapist, but what I do generally is, if I have a detailed question, then I give an answer for that in a separate dedicated video. So if you are somebody who is struggling with demotivation in PhD or anything with respect to PhD, and you need a detailed analysis of that, then you can mail me. My mail address is in the description below. I will give a detailed solution for that. So with that, it's a wrap. Till the next time, bye.